We can reduce and reverse a biological clock by intermittent fasting, and I'm talking about the 32-hour fast. I believe it's the magic, the sweet spot of intermittent fasting, and here's the reason why. First of all, not only do you begin to just burn fat, you actually begin to burn visceral fat, the worst type of fat that is lining up in your inner organs. Now, you can check whether you have a lot of visceral fat by just looking in the mirror. And don't look in the front, but look in the side. If it's beginning to protrude past your chest level, then you know that you have a lot of visceral fat. And that kind of fat is not good for you because it's inside, lining up against the inner organs. And it causes havoc to your hormones. And that's how people get sick and so on. Second reason is that when you do a 32-hour fast, you begin to produce human growth hormones. 500% more human growth hormone. When you pass 50 or 60, your human growth hormone goes down tremendously as compared to when you were in your teenage years. Now, when you fast 32 hours, you're getting back to the production level like you were a teenager again. That will help you to be renewed, having energy, and stay young. And third reason why you want to do a 32-hour fast is that it's very convenient. It's not that drastic like a 72-hour fast. It doesn't interrupt that much. And finally, 32-hour fast, there's an advantage in that you're beginning to start producing new stem cells, bone marrow stem cells. And you know what stem cells are? They go over your body and replicate and begin to reproduce whatever you're weak at. If you have a weak organ, weak liver, it goes to there and produce new liver cells. If you have a heart that's weak, it goes to your heart and produce new weak heart cells and new heart cells. So it's like a fountain of youth. Now, I have experience of great success because that's why I call it a sweet spot. 2 years ago in the summer, as a teacher, I'm off in the summer, and I read about intermittent fasting, and I experienced with 2 32-hour fasts. Like on Monday, I would eat breakfast 7 a.m. and then the next morning at 7 a.m. I still don't eat. That's 24 hours fasting. Then I don't eat until about 3 the next day. So that's 24-hour fasting plus 8, that's 32. So it's not too disruptive. 32 hours of fasting. And I did it 2 times a week for a month. 4 weeks, I lost 5 pounds per week. In 20 pounds, I lost 20 pounds. One month, 4 weeks, 20 pounds. And I looked like Bruce Lee. 6-pack abs, looked like a model. The best time of my life in best shape. And I felt good. And I thought I found a fountain of youth. I put together a 3.5-hour fasting course, intermittent fasting course in udemy.com. However, I learned something, and that is when school started, I find it's not that easy to manage a group of kids when you are fasting at a fasted state, especially at 32 hours. You're weak, sometimes you need to take a nap, and you're sleepy, and you need to rest. And when you have a whole class of kids, it's not that easy. So I find that it's best to fast. If you do more than 24 hours, it's better to fast when you're on vacation or you're in a job that is not as strenuous and demanding. And I also find fasting more than 24 hours or more than 16 hours or 24 hours in the wintertime is hard to fast because you tend to want to eat more to keep yourself warm. When you fast, your body tends to go in a colder state. So it's hard. Anyway, check it out. Look at the research. Go YouTube videos, research it. Go to ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok and look up some of their citations and research on the 32-hour fast and check it out. You find it's good, you try it, and who knows, you look in the mirror and you find out you look like Bruce Lee. Best wishes.